Hello, so as promised, I'm back with another video and I will be showing you the booklets that we will be releasing on September 8th. And these are all going to be ready to ship. I put out some teasers and some information out on Instagram and Facebook as well as YouTube, and here I am just to show you the colors that are going to be available, the layouts, and what the inside of the booklets will look like. So I'm going to go through the sizes with the monthly booklets first. So the sizes I'm going to be talking about in this section are the A6 and 2, which is our version of the week size, B6, and A5. So for these sizes, we'll only carry the monthly booklets, and I'll show you what they look like. But before I do that, I just wanted to say that we had launched the 2024 Common Planner, and the pre-order for those are already over, and those are going to be a full-on planner like this. This is the 2023 version that I'm using, and it's a full-on planner with weekly, monthly, and all of that good stuff with the notes pages in the back. We are going to have a lot of extra for those, so if you are waiting for those, you should keep on waiting, because we will have a lot of extra and we will be releasing them in late October or early November. Because I know a lot of people missed out on the pre-order, but it's totally okay because we did order a lot of extra. And I'm just saying that in case you think that we don't have enough for those, and then you go ahead and order these. So just wanted to put that out there. And these booklets were designed after we released the 2024 Common Planners, for specifically for those people who were really requesting for a planner with just a monthly and blank pages in the back. And as you guys know, we already released so many different options for the Common Planners that it is just going to be impossible. And we are a really small shop. I know we launched so many different types of planners and in sizes and colors and layouts, but we are really small and we just cannot accommodate every single person with a different planner needs, I guess. So this is just my kind of answer to those of you who wanted that option, because we do sell blank notebooks in all of these sizes, and you can very easily just get the monthly booklet to kind of accompany your planner. So in terms of the colors, for the monthlies, we have two options. One is the old favorite, the black linen. There were so many complaints about this cover actually when we first released it. That's why for the 2024 Common Planner we switched to all PU leather, because there were so many requests to change into PU leather, which is why we started offering PU leather for that. But then once we released that, people were saying, well, actually the black linen is not so bad, and I really like how floppy it is and just really like it, so can you like bring it back? So that's why we decided to offer that as an option again. And all of these booklets will have the softer cover, so they're really bendy, and they're not reinforced like the notebooks that we carried. And again, that was in response to customer feedback as well. And now actually now more people are requesting for the soft cover again, so it's just really interesting. But you know, like, you just have to kind of, I understand that sometimes like people are not used to something, and then you just have to kind of use it for a while to kind of really like get a feel for it. But anyway, I just wanted to say that these are all going to be softer cover, and there's an option for black linen, which is a paper cover, and the PU leather cover is going to be in this caramel color, which is the same as the 2024 Common Planner caramel, and this is a PU leather. So let me just talk about the specs of the actual like booklet, the exterior of it. So what we did was every single booklet is going to be exactly 64 pages, and all the paper are going to be 52 GSM Tomoe River paper, and that's the new Sanzen Tomoe River paper, and the color of the paper is white. And most of my customers do like white over cream, so that's why we go with the white paper. And they are stitched and not stapled, and that means, let me show you, you can see that in the middle they're like stitched instead of being like having staples. I don't have an example to show you right now, but I think some of the Travelers Company ones are stapled, or actually those are pretty common. The stapled ones are pretty common if you buy booklets or TN inserts. And those stitches are concealed, so you don't see them on the outside, which is the way I prefer it. I just like that clean look instead of having the stitches outside. And the corners are slightly rounded, but it's not super rounded out. I just like that subtle detail. It just feels less sharp. Like, I know usually the TN inserts are really sharp on the corners, but I prefer it this way. So, and then you can see that this is pretty bendy. And yeah, so that's all I wanted to say for the exterior. And on the front you have 2024, the size of the booklet, and what kind of booklet it is. So in this case it says monthly, and on the back it just says Certain Ink. That's stamped in gold. So now let me go through what it looks like on the inside. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly because I have already shown the layouts for the 2024 common planners, and these are going to be identical to them. It's just that certain items will be, certain sections rather, will be missing from these booklets, obviously because it's really thin. So again, these are the monthly booklets. This is the A6 size. So when you first open it, you're going to see 2024 A6 monthly, and you get an overview of the year, 2 blank pages for setting goals, or you can set it as an index or whatever you want. And this is the goal breakdown section. Again, for more details you can go through my common planner video, and I've also done a video on how I set my goals, so you can look through those. And we're going to include all the quarterly section that are also part of our common planner. So from first quarter to the fourth quarter, and on the left you have the monthly where you can write out important dates or like goal setting stuff on the left, and then on the right side you can use it as a tracker. So that's the 4 quarters, and it starts from December of 2023. And as you can see, the print is much more crisp compared to the 2023. Let me see if I can show you here. Compared to the 2023 planner, because that was another feedback. So here's my 2023 planner, and you can see the grid is much more crisp, and the printing is also much more crisp. But I wouldn't say that it's dark. It's still like not obtrusive. So that's what it looks like. So you have all of the monthlies until January of 2025, which is 2 years later. And this, up to this point, is identical to the common planner, minus the weekly sections. So this would be perfect if you just want to track a project that you're working on, or finance, or like even memory keeping. And those of you who jump around from planner to planner, size to size, you can have like one archive booklet for a year just to write down the highlights. And you can also like use these to kind of test out a specific size without committing to a whole planner. And I thought this would also be good for like goal tracking, because you just get the monthly or like a reading type of tracker. And also if you want to use something for pre-planning without getting a whole other planner, this is also perfect, because you can just like easily slide this in with your, you know, regular planner. And you can also like match different, you don't have to match the specific size. You can get like a A6 for B6 planner if you need less space, or you can get like a week size to go with the B6, whatever you want. But you can use this for like pre-planning, just to jot down like dates and whatever, or you can like throw this in your purse just to write down appointments. I think there are so many different uses you can have with these booklets. And after January of 2025, you just have blank pages, and they're all numbered. You will have 20 pages in total. It says 19, but there's one page that's not numbered in the front, so 20 pages in total. You can use this as a place to put down like collections, passwords, whatever you need. And this is perfect for those of you who don't need a whole bunch of those pages, but can also use some blank pages in the back. So yeah, that's what the monthlies look like, and they're all pretty much the same. And I'm just going to go through the different sizes and the layout really quickly before I jump on the passport and the standard size. So this one is the N2, which is the Hobonichi Weeks equivalent size. This size is the same size as the cover of a hardcover Hobonichi Weeks, so it's not the same size as the notebooks. And again, we are two different companies. I'm not making these to match their, you know, grids or whatever. So it's not like, for people who ask me if the Hobonichi Weeks kits will fit in the Hobonichi Weeks, the Weeks planner that we are going to be offering, they will not work because it's not the same. So yeah, the layout is pretty much the same, but I just wanted to show you guys what that would look like. So this is a monthly, quarterly, and the goal breakdown, blank pages, and that's the overview. And then these blank pages have a middle marker and two markers here, and these are all they all have page numbers. And then this one is B6. It's again the same thing. This is what the monthly looks like, and you can definitely see that the print is much more crisp and like a little bit more contrasting. And these are the quarterly section and goal breakdown. This is the overview, and the notes pages have the guiding like dot in the middle with the page numbers. That's B6, available in two different colors, and this is A5. Again, same layout, but this is the monthly section like that, and quarterly, goal breakdown. This is the front, and these are the notes pages, and again it has the middle dot on the left and right. So that's that. Now let me quickly show you what the passport and the standard size monthlies look like. These also come in the same two colors as well. The passport, so these are so cute. That's what the monthly looks like, and the quarterly, the overview in the front, and these are what the notes pages look like. So we just recently restocked the passport notebooks. They're sold out again, but we will definitely restock those as well. And these have page numbers, and this is the standard version, TN standard, and that's the monthly and quarterly section. So quarterly section, and this is the goal breakdown overview. It has a little spot for jotting down some stuff. This is only specific to the really narrow sizes such as TN and Weeks. And then you can see there's a guiding dot up here, and also two down here with page numbers. So that's what the TN standard looks like. Now let me show you the other good stuff. So all of these. So for a TN standard and a TN passport, we have created other types of booklets just because they're sort of the more established TN sizes. TN stands for Traveler's Notebook, and it's a particular planning system. So, and again, we came up with this because I knew that as soon as I started creating these monthly booklets, people will be asking me for these. So I thought, you know, like, since they're really thin, I can probably add them in, and it's not as much of a commitment as the, you know, creating like a whole new full-on planner. So let me show you what these look like. The first set of things I'm going to show you are the weeklies. So for the weeklies, we are offering both vertical version and horizontal version. And for the vertical version, we have two color options. They're both PU leather. This is blue mist, and this is caramel. And for the standard size, it's the same. So it's blue and brown, a caramel and mist. And on the cover it will say V, standing for vertical. So let me show you what that looks like in the passport. So that's what it looks like. That's what the vertical layout looks like. But let me go through kind of like the sequencing of the booklet. So the first thing you see is the cover, then the overview, and then we will have the first 2 quarters, and we're going to start the weekly. There's obviously no monthly because that was a separate book. So we have moved the timeline to where the line is so that it gives you more space to write. And the way I use the vertical, like, I know a lot of people say, oh, that's like really tiny, how are you supposed to use that for vertical layout? But you don't have to go by the time. The way I use my planner is I like to, so let me show you. I like to use the top as like a place to write date specific tasks, and then on the bottom is just like free space. And I love vertical weekly for this reason, because it gives me so much more space to write weekly specific tasks and reviews. So that's kind of like how I use it. And you can also like play it up and use different layouts. So for example, here, like here, I use this type of layout where I did like all the verticals here stacked, and that's like that. And then here I kind of changed it into a horizontal layout. It's just like there's so many things you can do with it, and I just find that vertical layout is much more versatile compared to the horizontal one when it comes to like redoing the layout. But that's just me, and that's what it looks like. So it's just the first 6 months of the vertical weekly, and on the right you have the month tab, so you can easily get to the month that you want to. And on the back, I just use the leftover space as like a place to put some grid pages, but they're like 4 sheets, so 4 pages, so it's not much. So that's the first part. And then the second part is basically the same. You start with the yearly overview, and then you have the 2 quarterly pages, and you start from July all the way through December, and then you just have, I think, 2 pages of grid because there were less pages. Okay, so that's the vertical. And I'm going to show you the horizontal. For the horizontal, you have 2 color options as well. One is the forest green and one is the caramel, and both are PU leather. And the green one is smoother and the caramel is pebbly. So on the front it will say H for horizontal. So again, it's the same kind of thing where you start with the page, the overview, yearly overview, and then the 2 quarterly pages, and then this is just the horizontal version. So it's spread out through into 2 different pages, and then you have the section tabs for the months, and it's the same thing. So that's these 2 books, and they will come bundled together. So meaning if you can only get like this together, you can't just get like one book, like, so you can't like match the colors. because again, it's just like too many SKU types that we just cannot handle it, because we're like just like really limited in size, our company and also our office, so we have to kind of bundle them together. But this was like the best I could do, so sorry guys. But I know like some people like actually wanted to trade with each other, so maybe that's something you guys can work out. And the last thing I want to show you for the passport is the blank notebooks. So these are all going to be numbered. They all have page numbers. So 1 through 64. That's what it looks like. And it's the same as the notes pages behind the monthly section. And there's nothing on the front. And it's just sterling ink. And these will be available in the green. So the green, mist, and caramel, they're all PU leather, and then this one is the black linen version, and they all have the soft cover. So that's the passport. Now let me show you the TN standard. So these two are the vertical options. So let me show you what that looks like. Again, you start with that overview page right here, and the quarterly section, and then you start the weekly, and again the timeline has been transferred to where that dividing line would be, so it's like quite hidden, but you can still see the numbers if you want to use that. And this just gives you more space to write here. So that's what that looks like, and it goes from January to June. Yep, so that's that. And that comes in a 2-book bundle, and that's just a different color option. And then these are the horizontal option, these two. So the horizontal layout just looks like this. So all the dates will be on the left, and then on the right you just have blank page, blank grid page that goes all the way up. So that's that. And all of these layouts are going to be identical to the 2024 common planners. So that, I just wanted to mention that. And then of course the TN standard will also come with the, as in like this is an option. We have the notebooks, and they all have page numbers, so 1 through 64. Yeah, and then you can use these for whatever you want, and they come in 4 different colors: green, blue, mist, caramel, and the forest green, and then the black linen. So that's that. And the last thing I want to do for you guys is to kind of do a test fit, I guess. I have 3 different types of covers for the standard. This one is the Travelers Company cover. This one is from Gillio. This one is from Sojourner. So let me try the Sojourner first. So let me take this out. Then, oops, these are all like, okay, that's better. So for example, for the standard one, I can do, if you find that middle, yeah, right here. So I will start with the monthly. That's just how I would probably set it up. And then I would do let's mix it up. So we can do like 2 green ones maybe. So right here, the green one. So it can be the first part of the weekly, and then maybe I can do like a blank notebook that's blue. Also in the middle. And I did choose different colors for different booklets on purpose, so you guys can like kind of mix it up. And then maybe we can do like a black one in the back. So that's kind of what this looks like. It's because it's Tomoe River paper, it's still very slim. And that's kind of what it looks like. And it's very nice. I love that it's rounded corner. So that's what that looks like. And let me do the same in the other books. Actually, I'm just going to go straight into the traveler journal here because I know a lot of people are wondering about this one. I have to admit that I'm not very good at doing this, so like I know you can kind of well, let me just try this. So I know you can like make it so that it's not it's like flush. So I think you do this. Oops. And then hold on. Let me take out this one. Sorry, just like bear with me. This is terrible. I'm just not very familiar with doing this way. Okay, so I think you do this. That way, like they kind of, oh, okay, so they like kind of sit flush. Yeah, I think I did it. I think that's what you're supposed to do. I'm not sure. Okay, anyway, that's 3 booklets in there. And I think you can fit another one without any issue. Let me just try that on the last. Again, this is gonna be like cringe for people who are like pro at this, but I cannot. Let me try to do this in the middle. I know there's like a trick to get everything super flush, but it's like that. So imagine if this was flush. I think they fit pretty well actually. So that's what it looks like. Oh, and by the way, I should have probably mentioned that first, but these will only come with white edge and not gold edge. And I think the last thing I want to show you is kind of see how the Julia one looks with the passport. So we have this one. It's still a mystery how like planner companies decide to make their covers, because some companies will make certain sizes really big, like oversized, and then some sizes will just be like too small. Let's try this one. Okay, do this one in here. So that's kind of what that looks like. It's pretty cute. Yep. That's what Julia looks like. And that's it. So that's all I wanted to show you guys today. And hopefully you enjoyed that video. All of these planners will be, the booklets will be launched on September 8th. I believe that's a Friday, and it's going to be available at 8 p.m. New York time. And like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, the pre-orders for the 2024 common planners are over, but we did order a lot of extra, so we will be launching those towards the end of October and beginning of November. And the common planners are already in production and it's coming along, so I think we're still on schedule to send everything out as planned in late September or early October. We still have to take a lot of time to quality check everything, and I have to just say it does take a long time to quality check all the books, so please just be patient with us. And we're really working as fast as we can. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.